My name is Lucie Obrovska. I'm working in something like equal department of the Ombudsman's office, and I'm really looking forward the experiences from other countries, because we really aren't used to collect ethnic data. So it will be very interesting for me to listen some new experiences, because I think we still aren't able to collect it. So it's very important, not just for the NGOs, but for our work too in Ombudsman office. So I hope it will be like changed in the future. I will introduce a little bit the work of Ombudsman. First, the public defender of rights protects people against the conduct of authorities or of some offices, of some other institutions, if the conduct is against the law or against some like principles of good administration. But maybe, as you know, nowadays was elected a new ombudsperson, so we hope the work with him, like some cooperation in the field of discrimination, will be successful, because we still don't know how he is, in fact. So we hope it will be very good. Ombudsman has new competencies, two competencies in fact. It's one extra competence in the field of something like supervision of persons who are restricted in their freedom. It means they are in detention. In detention. And then one extra competence, and it's on the grounds of the Anti-Discrimination Act. So maybe you were talking about it before I came. I'm sorry for coming late a little bit. The main tasks in this field, in this area nowadays, it's the public defender provides methodical assistance to the victims, or in fact potential victims of discrimination. And second, he publishes reports in this field, in the related issues. It's really like problematic because public defender of rights is in fact an equality body, and it's very unusual in the like, if I should compare it with some other countries in the European Union, because it's really unusual. I don't know some other states where the situation is similar, like. Or maybe you know something more about ombudsman's practice in your country, so maybe I will ask later if you don't mind it. As for personal data in our country, maybe it was already said, but it's really forbidden to collect them nowadays as for like addressed data. So maybe your question was if it's really necessary. When I should talk about my work, it's really important, because it's not just like for watch some measures in this field, for example, for Roma people, but it's really important for saying a result about indirect discrimination. I will tell you about it a little bit later. It's about Protection of Personal Data Act, in fact, and I was talking about some representatives of the Office for Personal Data Protection, and they don't agree that it will be possible, even in the future, to collect them, because the conditions which are in the leaks policy paper, maybe most of you read it already, are in fact three. It's namely the legal ground, then legitimate aim, and some kind of method of this collection of this collecting, but the office said that, or the representatives, we will need like to put, in fact, to this act some other legitimate aim, namely the protection against discrimination. And they don't think it's a really like a good idea, and they don't agree it will be done in the future. So I'm not sure what will be the future development. It's really hard for us not to have these data, as I said, because you have here the definition of indirect discrimination. It's really complicated. It's more complicated than to talk about the direct discrimination, and it's important because we follow, in this case, in the indirect discrimination, we follow, in fact, the discriminated or discrimination like result of some neutral measure. So it's much more complicated than in the direct discrimination. Our department, we were talking about these problems with the new ombudsperson, with Dr. Obrovska. He said that he really thinks that to collect ethnic data is very important. He thinks it's crucial, in fact, but he thinks we aren't like the correct, the real subject to collect data, because we are like we are control subject or something like that. We are not like government. It's not like really good idea, we think. That's the reason why I would like to ask the representatives of League of Human Rights what are the reasons to say Ombudsman's office is the real subject to collect data, because I'm not sure if you have some information about our department, but we are just lawyers. That's the first problem. So I'm not sure what's your like imagination about this collection and of the way of the collecting or gathering. And second problem is we are 5 and our head. So maybe I'm not sure if you have these informations and if you are thinking about the whole proceeding. So I'm not sure it's the best idea. But I was speaking about new ombudsperson or ombudsman. He said if, for example, League or some other NGOs will need our help as for like law assistance or methodical assistance, you can be sure that we will help, because we really are interested in these questions. But we are really don't real subject for collecting. But if you will like make some legal changes, so in this proceeding we can cooperate, of course. So that's it from my side. I really thank you for attention and thank you for invitation to this seminar.